your boy Bleeve. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid as she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, you guys can hear me, right? It's gonna be a little hollow tonight. This ignorant ass thing is just not working the right way. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the old school, old style. Let's get the big mic out. That headset is gonna take a day to. I gotta figure out what was going on with that, and I kind of know what was going on with it. And let's switch this over. All right, that should be a little bit better. But yeah, I'm sure that what I did was I set this thing up after I got started. So I literally was sitting here, I had my music playing as we were starting. I had Lamb of God playing in the background. And I'm sitting here just jamming out like, I don't give a goddamn. And the next thing I know, I forgot to plug in the headset or the mic or anything like that. So I ended up just running a little bit late. But hey, man, that's because of Maddie B. It's not because of me. So now that we're in business, what is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good evening. We got a lot of stuff to go over. I got some new tools to use so that we can check some stuff out. And you're going to be just so surprised and shocked by some of the results that we have. We're going to get into the news first of all, but just so you guys know, the market is going out of its mind right now in the overnights. So when you see these pre-markets, It's just like a tale of like, oh my goodness. So let's check it out real quick. And as you can see, Dow futures up 263 points after closing. Where did we end up closing? I think it was 254. So we were up 254 points, and the market's about to pump another 263 in the morning if the evening plays out. S&P is at 448 points up. So the implied open is going to be up just a little bit, and it's at 403. It's almost to the 420 level for all you potheads. And the NASDAQ futures at 251. So we got a good start to the pre-market. So we'll put a pin in that, and we'll get back to it if we can. But the market, the crypto market cap is $1.054 trillion so far. $56 billion in trade volume. We're starting to get that volume that we've been looking for now after an all-day sideways affair where we didn't really get to see the massive pump that we're looking for, or if we got to see the massive pump, we didn't get it out of Ethereum. We only got it out of Bitcoin. Now we're in that spot right now where everything could start to take off. Now, the question that people are asking is, what is the next? What's the next area? So we're going to leave that up right now, but we're going to talk about off topic, one of the most important things that's happening right now, and that is SHIB burn rate spikes by another 350%. And according to the latest details, the Shiba Inu burn rate has spiked by 352% over the past 24 hours. So that's a pretty big that's a pretty big move. Again, remember, it had just spiked about 570% the other day. So we're continuing to see massive amounts of Shiba Inu burn. Now, at the rate that it's going, and as a matter of fact, we're going to actually look at that in a little while. We're going to look at the holder count, but we're going to start looking at the burn rate on Shiba, and we're going to see if this doesn't, if we can't start to see some real headway on Shiba Inu over the next little while, because we are getting real close to Shibarium. So, and by the way, the rumor was, I think it was Satoshi, Ryoshi, whatever the guy's name is, put something about having a heart-shaped box. So it's got to be Valentine's Day that they're intending to launch Shibarium. So we'll keep it in mind, and we'll be looking for it, and hopefully we'll see it. But the next question is Bitcoin's next stop at 25,000? And here we are at the Bitcoin total, which right now, look, Bitcoin is moving independent. By the way, you can see right here, it's moving independent of Ethereum. It's kind of dragging Ethereum along with it. Ethereum is not holding up as well as Bitcoin at this moment. That could change at a moment's notice, but as of this moment, Bitcoin seems to be the one that's in charge, and it seems to be the boss. And you can probably see it was at 41%. Now it's at 42%. So you can see that Bitcoin dominance is starting to go back up, and that's great for the space. That's great for all of us, because that's where the money is going to come from. And God, what did I even put right here? Oh yeah, I put that arrow. All right. So this is the arrow that we were joking about, trying to get into that golden pocket. So hopefully we can use that and we can get in there. I'm gonna leave that up there. Actually, no, because it's annoying the shit out of me. We're gonna take that down. We're gonna look at what's this look like. It looks like we're in this upward sort of pattern. And if you kind of play this thing out just a little bit, then maybe you can see that we're in. So let's kind of adjust this just a little bit, and then let's look at, let's get kind of a good idea here. And yeah, so we're going to stretch just a little bit because I'm curious. And okay, so, okay. This is what it's looked like so far over this period of time. And I see it fell out right here, which is a little bit odd that it fell out, but it was just a little correction, minor correction. And then it kind of pumped up, and now it's using this area right here as support. So this is a clear upward trajectory over where we are. Now, here's the interesting part. We're going to zoom in, and you can see that this line right here. So we were just kind of trending along on this little area right here. And then we had this little breakdown, and then we had the break above. And here's the interesting part. What we were using as what we were using here was, you see how it was punching, it hit a couple times up here, and then it started to trend on this heart line right here. and then it dropped below, and then it came over, and it used this as support, but then it came back down. Now, when it came back down, where did it go? It started to use, and let me zoom in here. It used the heart line right here as its support, and you can see over here, it was using it as resistance over here. So this is basically the akin of a leg up. So we just got another leg up on where we are. So that's a really good really good move by Bitcoin. And if we can keep this move going and keep establishing a little bit more momentum and a little bit more momentum, then it's not going to be that far until we hit this 24,000. We are not that far away. Now, if we hit 24,000, we'll wreck a few shorts, but not that many. So we've got a long way to go before that happens. So we're keep an eye on it, and you can see right here that grossly overbought is the words that everybody was getting. Okay, so now there's a whole bunch of this stuff going on, and people are now talking about the bull trap. Amidst this, the creators of the stock to flow model, who goes by the pseudonym Plan B, shared a forecast highlighting Bitcoin's next stop. At press time, the world's largest cryptocurrency, blah, 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 blah. Plan B further believes that Bitcoin could hit $25,000 sooner than expected. The 200-week moving average was slowly steering over the realized price of Bitcoin. Back in the second week of January, when Bitcoin slowly started to veer towards 19K, Schiff urged all holders to sell their Bitcoin. Peter Schiff, because he's just a dumbass. He suggested that the asset was bound to plummet. However, Peter McCormack, the host of What Bitcoin Did, pointed out that Bitcoin is currently up 27% since Schiff's tweet. Bitcoin is trading around 27% up since Peter Schiff advised you to sell your Bitcoin. Gold isn't. So Peter Schiff is not the expert economist that everybody thinks that he is at this point. Now, it doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to 25,000, but it does mean that here's what's happening. Institutions are finding Bitcoin to be a safe haven just like gold, and they're finding it to be a better safe haven than gold, because as you go look at the market and as you go check volatility, Bitcoin has been less volatile than the stock market and certainly gold at this point, even with these massive dumps. The daily, and that's not to say that we're not having dumps and pumps, et cetera, but the total overall volatility is this up and down sort of trending here. And Bitcoin's just been in this channel, and it's moving upwards and upwards and upwards, or it has this long term. I mean, look at this long move that happened here. And as you go back, you keep finding these long periods of just very safe movement. It makes it very predictable, very easy to not to not get wrecked. And that's what's happening right now. And people are enjoying that. Now, let's get serious for a second. And you can see right here, here's what matters. You can see that the volume flows are in the green. So if we get a spike like this, then we're going to get a move like this. We get a move like this, we're going to be at 25,000 before you know it. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to watch for it. We're going to see what happens over the next little while. But it does look like, let's see, the Korean index is up today. This index doesn't open until it's going to be a little bit longer. So wait. So it's going to be off for a couple of days. But plenty of good information coming out of China in the last couple of days. Obviously, we've had a pivot from Winnie the Pooh. He's decided that they're ready to. I mean, I guess they're ready to be fully open, and they're committed to just moving away from that zero COVID policy. So we'll see how they play. We'll see how it plays out. We'll move on here. DeFi clocks 10 billion in inflows from now into 2023. So from the start of 2023 until now, $10 billion has come into the DeFi space. Now, that is a significant number, right? That is a lot of money coming back into the market, specifically into the DeFi space. Now, we would certainly want to see 30 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion coming back in. But for now, we're going to be satisfied with just 10 billion. And remember, when we say that, the money that's coming in, that's institutional money. They are just layering themselves underneath everybody else so that they can be part of that big pump later on. And crypto, this is announced today. The Minister of Finance for the UAE says crypto will play a major role in UAE trading going forward, the minister says. UAE Minister of State Thani El Zayudi talked about cryptocurrency Friday during an interview with Bloomberg in Davos, Switzerland. He shared that one area that the UAE is looking to expand is cryptocurrency, adding, cryptocurrency will play a major role for UAE trade going forward. The most important thing is that we ensure global governance when it comes to cryptocurrency and crypto companies. We started attracting some of the companies to the country with the aim that we'll build together the right governance and legal system which are needed. Omar Sultan Al Olama, UAE Minister of State for Artificial Intelligence, Digital Economy, and Remote Work Application, also talked about the cryptocurrency regulation last week in a World Economic Forum session titled Finding the Right Balance for Crypto in Davos. He confirmed that no crypto exchange has been licensed in the UAE, emphasizing that the regulatory frameworks for cryptocurrency in the UAE are not light, the minister said. Dubai Virtual Assets Regulatory Agency, established in March, also states that its website, it has not granted any operating permit to date. VARA is responsible for licensing and regulating the crypto sector in the Emirates of Dubai and its free zone territories under UAE law. However, a number of cryptocurrency exchanges, including Binance, FTX, OKX, BitOasis, and CoinMena, have received a provisional license from VARA. The regulator recently clarified that these crypto trading platforms are in stage 1 of a 4-stage approval process. So they are working on some serious regulation in the UAE. We'll see if America kind of takes heed and follows suit, and we'll see how that all kind of plays out. So hopefully we're going to get some positivity out of this, and we'll see we'll see what happens here. So let's get back into chat, since y'all think you're smart asses because you couldn't hear me at first. Now that you can hear me, you can hear my horrible voice. You hear the words that do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? You're mute. No, you are, Sergio. You're mute. I'm fine. What is going on? Ellis, what is happening? Maddie B in the house. Nice hash. What is going on? SK Dermot. BRL is dead. BRL is not dead. Nothing is dead. Everything just goes through cycles. Listen, matter of fact, SK, let's take a quick look here. A couple days ago, Decanect was dead because it was trading for a penny. We kept with it. We stayed with it. It was down here at 1 cent. Look, all the way down here. It was trading at 1 cent at one point. A little bit further back. It was trading at 1.5 cents. Today, it's trading. It was just a little while ago. It was at 12 cents. So we're up 10x almost from where it was trading just a little while ago. And I have a significant amount. So I'm up big time on Decanect. So and so it's just not that way. Things take time. And what you can say about BRL is this: everybody loves it when it's pumping and it's making you feel good. It's these moments right now when you see this downward sort of pressure and you see all these people. Look, here's the deal. A lot of people want to be stimulated. They basically want to be jerked off by a developer and told, oh yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Steve doesn't do that. What Steve does is he performs and he comes up with new things to add to BRL and to enhance it. And I'm not selling because I know one of those things, and one of those things is what Modi's working on right now. The reason you haven't heard from Modi in a while is because he is busy working on something. And when it's launched, he's going to attach it to BRL, and the yield is going to be increased significantly, or at least it should be increased significantly by this pairing that he's going to create so that people can earn more money off of that, which is going to increase the value of BRL overall. And it's going to increase the need for people to hold on to it and put it into their, to hold it in their wallet. Now, if you go over here and you check right now, let's go in here and look at the staking. You can see here that I've got 3,600, roughly 3,623 BRL, and I've made $35. Now I've already taken out my initial 30 something dollars that I had earned already, or this would be a little bit higher, but I'm just kind of sitting here letting these rewards go because this APR of 36 over here, this is not the APR that anybody wants to see, but volume is low and volume's not going to pick up until a couple of the important until the important pieces are coming out, and they just don't roll out all at once. So you'll start to see some chips fall as you are paying attention to it and watching it over the days and the weeks ahead. And here's the other part. You're going to see an all-time high on this. And to say that you're not, or to be nervous in a bear market, that's just nonsense. I mean, the all-time high is $4.69, as you can see up here. And like this thing is going to be at $30, right? It's going to be at $20. It's going to be at $13.37. You know, here's what's happening. People are a little bit disheartened right now because this path took a little while, and then a bunch of Jeets escaped and kind of wrecked the chart. And look, you can't. Everybody has their own style of investing, and you can't force people to just sit and hodl things forever. It's just it makes no sense for people to do that. So at some point, people are going to take profit, and some people are not going to be here for a long ride, but they are going to be here. So you know, just welcome them and hope that some of them stick around. I mean, that's basically all you can do, right? So you're in this channel right now. It's on a move towards the upside. We'll see if it's maintained. Obviously, we need to see something maintained, but 240 does represent a period of resistance here. You can see right here that this 240 was used as resistance over here. But you're going to see this thing on a big move. And here's the thing. Steve is a long-term guy. He didn't do this willy-nilly. His mother, same thing. And Steve has the ability, finances, and wherewithal to make sure that your investment is safe, and he will give you every opportunity for it to continue to grow and to continue becoming something else. This guy was the face of Shiba Inu for a long period of time. You can go check. I mean, and don't just take my word for it. Go look at the videos. Steve at Rocket Crypto was the face of Shiba Inu for a long period of time, and then he became the face of Saitama for a long period of time. And those made billions of dollars, and he made millions of dollars off of it. So, you know, he's not going anywhere, and neither is BRL. Down does not mean out. So, and I don't mean to get on a pulpit about BRL, just pointing out it's not dead. All right, what is going on? Yeah, ETH is not going to pump. I think so, Calvin. I think that ETH has a little bit of a ways to go. We're going to get about 30 days out, like maybe February 1st. We're going to get about 30 days out, and that's when you'll start to see a pump on Ethereum. So right now, we're just settling in at a pretty good position, and you know, hopefully it ends up better. I'm going to be skipping through some of this over here, just so you guys can get down here. So what's up, Crypto Hound? What is going on, Kira Girl? So by the way, I wanted to show you guys. I got some cool new tools that are around. They're Volt-centric, Shiba-centric, Floki, and Saitama. But we're going to get there if people stop asking me about BRL for a little bit. BlockFi looks to sell Bitcoin mining loans totaling 160 million. So BlockFi is looking to get out of the lending over here. That's probably because they're in financial straits, but we don't know yet. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Because remember, BlockFi had filed bankruptcy, and this is an asset. So it's looking to shed some asset. And perhaps this is the perfect time while we're on a pump. And Jesus Christ, Bitcoin just went nuts. Yeah, so Bitcoin and Ethereum are pumping again. By the way, let me tell you a little story here. Earlier today, again, off topic, but it's my show, so deal with it. Earlier today, we were sitting around 1620, 1630. I said, you know what? I don't want to get in until it goes to 1600, right? But and Ethereum drops to 1585 while I'm not available and I'm doing something. So by the time I get back in here, Ethereum is at 1620 or close to 1620 again. And I have no idea because I just happened to look at my phone in like this 15-minute window. And I had no idea it dropped all the way down there. But that right there, that move from there to here for me would have been like $1,000. So that's what you get when you walk away from your computer. I'm just kidding. Walk away from your computer. But yeah, that's what I got for walking away from my computer today. So anyway, BlockFi they got loans on the block. So we'll see how that plays out. Ether turns deflationary again, led by a spike in NFT sales. So we did see some negativity and some deflationary behavior out of Ethereum way back here. And we've seen right here, you can see that it just kind of maintained inflationary, but barely, right? Well, now we're back into deflationary. that's over the year. That's over the course of the year. So since the merge, we're talking about, so there's a lot to like about Ethereum right now. Remember that 4,800 high, we're talking about $10,000 highs this time around. So get ready for it because it is absolutely coming. Now, here's the other part, right? So here we are. Here's how everything looks. What do the futures look like? Well, if you look right here, the 24-hour numbers are suddenly very, very green again. But 50% to 49, 50% to 49, very, very close. So I'm not sure that's going to swing. That's not going to swing anything one way or another. That's just a very close sort of race. And it might even be that because there's one up here at 56% with a bunch. What are we doing here? 4.93 million, 6.3 million. Yeah, it's not going to affect any. So the longs are in control for the moment. But here's what I want to show you. This is Volt right now. Volt has lost in the last hour 1 holder. And over the course of the day, it's lost 16 overall holders on, let me refresh this. And yeah, we gained another holder, I guess, back. But you can see here, over the last 3 months, 6,865 new holders. Over the last 6 months, 46,383 holders. Now, that also includes over here a burn tracker where you can track how much Volt is being burned. This is over the 24-hour window. Here's over the 30-day window. You can see that there was a downward move right here around the beginning of the month, but all of a sudden, here we are on an upward spike, burning more and more tokens every single day. So we're going to track that every day going forward so that you know how many tokens are being burned every single day. 24-hour volume, still $4.1 million. Current price is 6076.24. Now, this, by the way, is the overall number. This is not the Uniswap number. In the past hour, $6 have been burned. In the past day, 623.61 have been burned. But you can keep track of that, and we're going to keep track of that every single day going forward. Shiba Inu, you can see here, this is their burn rate right now. No, this is the holder rate. In the last hour, Shiba Inu, 48 new holders, 1,643 in the one-day change. This, by the way, listen, this is when I talk about retail and people coming back to retail, that's what I'm talking about, is this right here. So that's why we're tracking Shiba Inu for a little while, because we want to see, are people coming back into Shiba Inu? So we're going to look at this one-day number almost every night and morning for a little while, just to kind of check it out, because it's important to see what these numbers look like. But you can see there's a significant amount of new holders over the 6 months, over the 3 months prior to the last 3 months, which would include November, December, and January, where we had FTX collapsing. You had 152,000 new investors during that lull, which included, by the way, so that's going to be August, September, October. So that's going to be up through the merge. So 150,000 new investors at that period of time, 102,000 during the final period right now. And then, right now, hopefully, we're going to start to see a little bit of a spike in this. But let's move on to Floki. Floki has had 61 new investors over the course of the day, 3,322 over the last 3 months, and over the last 6 months, 4,044. So in that 3-month window before, again, August, September, October, they barely had any new holders, only 700. But in the last 3 months, 3,322. Saitama. And I know you hate Saitama, but guess what? Over the last day, 116 new Saitama holders, 2,695 over the last 6 months, 3 months, and then 9,021 over the last 6 months. And Saitama is now in a burn mode. And you can see right here that they're not burning anything, but over the past month, they've had just little bits of burns every now and again. Now, I don't know what their method is or what purpose they have behind their burns. I'm going to learn about it in the next couple of days, but we should point out market cap is now 125 million. They're now at 28.15. Saitama has made a big move. And listen, here's the crazy part to me. There's a lot of people still out there talking mad shit about Saitama. And guess what? Saitama has done nothing but keep its head down, focus on the business at hand, and it's continued to deliver for its investors. And it's had to shake out a couple of it's had to shake out some unhappy people, and it's going to have to shake out some unhappy people all the way back up the chart. But guess what? They're doing all the things necessary to start heading back up that chart. So if you're sleeping on Saitama, that's fine, because every investment is not for you, and you're not for every investment. But Saitama is on the move again, and they are probably not going to be denied. Ted, is that Ted Stankiewicz? Ted, if that's you, post back in here, and I'll call you later. What is up, Mario? What is going on, my man? You guys know any coin I can 2x? Dude, that's not really a fair, like, it's a matter of when. It's a matter of when. Yeah, man. Is that what's your son's first name? What's up, dude, Tyler? What's going on, my man? SHIB news, where to buy Volt and BRL. So if you want to buy Volt, then you can buy Volt on Uniswap, and this is the contract address for Volt. That is the contract address for Volt. And then for BRL, the address for BRL is there it is for BRL. There we go. All right, Ted, if that's really you, just let me know. And you can reach me at BLEEVESCRYPTO on Twitter too. Or I guess you don't know my Facebook. I have a new Facebook. So, but anyway, if it's you, reach out to me. You got my phone number. Don't call me while I'm live though. Anyway, and I hope you're doing all right if it's you. DJ is in the house. Here we go. And by the way, let's go look while we're at it. Let's go take a look at Volt. Let's see what the big trades are right now. And by the way, I hope everybody noticed as we were doing this how much volume some of these tokens. Number 3 is SHIB. So is Volt responsible for burning a lot of SHIB? I don't know the answer to that, but I know that it's number 3 on the list. And number 4 is Tyrant. Number 5 is SS. Number 6 is Kabosu. Number 7 is BCB. Number 8 is Shibo. Number 9 is Condom. Ew. And number 10 is Dubs. So we'll see how those we'll see what the numbers are on that. But let me also talk about while we're on the subject. Guys, the network, which is launching now on Friday, if you haven't already, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into chat, and I implore you. I do think that this is the next one that's going to have a big run. Okay. I really think that this one's going to have a nice run. And I'm going to point out VoltaChange is already listed on the network's website. I haven't even called Voltoshi yet to tell him that it's on there because they haven't launched yet. And I think we want to have them launch and do that. But guys, if you are in Volt and you're looking for something that has not yet launched because you're looking for one of those magical sort of plays, I'm not saying that network is the play, but this is one of those staking mechanisms as you go through this that you're going to find that, their whole idea here is they are professional investors, and they're going to invest the money that they have in this system through like the marketing wallet or whatever they call the wallet. And that's going to be the yield that they're going to pay back to people. And look, I think their ability to invest is probably more professional. I don't know if it's better than us getting lucky every once in a while. They're going to get lucky every once in a while. So here's the thing. if you have, let's say 10,000 network, right? And that represents, I don't know what it's going to trade for, but let's say it's $1, right? So you had $10,000 in network and they score 100x on something, and they find this crazy token that just goes crazy and they're in on it. Think about the yield that you could earn from that. So like it's not really a DAO system, but it is a new way of investing and earning yield and earning money. So I'm super excited about it. And you can go here, and by the way, there is the white paper over here, and you can read that. It's been revised a little bit from the first time that we went through it. So you can see there's just a few changes here and there on it. Old guy Dave went through. I don't know that old guy Dave gave his thumbs up or anything like that, but I know a bunch of these guys have gone through and started checking it out, and they're kicking the tires to see if this is something that they want to do. So this is something that I'm going to be doing. So you can definitely assure that I'm going to be part of it. DJ Legend, please, thank you for your support on Volt. You can buy Volt Inu on VoltaChange Net, and Volt Inu, please use VoltaChange to help us burn our supply. And that's what we're doing right now. Another token. This will be, I don't even know, because I haven't talked to Cassidy. I haven't told anybody about this yet. I'm kind of saving it, but the network is launching on Friday, and all I know is that it's going to be later in the day. It'll be after at least noonish or something like that. You know what I mean? They're not going to launch early in the day. But if you haven't already, get into their Telegram, which matter of fact, let me give you the Telegram here. There's only like 50 people in the Telegram right now. So where is it at? Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And listen, I am not promising 100x. I'm not promising you a 5x. I'm not promising you a 2x. I'm not promising you an X at all. Okay. I'm saying that there is a possibility that this could pump as soon as we get in here, but they're going to support VoltaChange on their launch so that the trading can be done through VoltaChange, and that should count for something. And if that does count for something, and the smarts in the Volt Army get in here and they start plowing through this thing and they start doing their thing on it. And this is a long-term project, by the way, so don't expect to have too much coming at you originally. The whole idea here is to create an ecosystem to give you some opportunity to earn some serious yield. They're wanting to use what they're doing to make you money. And look, you're not going to make, look, if you think that you're great at investment and stuff like that, fine. Go make, 100x or something like that. No big deal. But the point to this is, if you just hold on to this, maybe they'll make you a really good percentage. And look, every once in a while, again, they're going to get lucky and they're going to buy, they're going to find a Tesla. And by the way, just for some clarity here, I do think that they're going to be investing in stocks as well as they're going to be investing in stocks as well as crypto and stuff like that. And most of the portfolio, just like an ETF or something like that, is not going to be in crypto. Like, they're not looking to give you like some crazy moon boy thing. What they're looking to do is to give you they're looking for you to stake it, and then they want to reward you for it by working for you. You know what I mean? So I think that has a good, I think it's a good premise. We're gonna have to see it play out. We're gonna have to see how good they are and find out. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. And yeah, and DJ, I'm gonna call Voltoshi probably tomorrow and let him know that it's going on. But I mean, dude, as soon as I did that thing with BCB, the next thing you know, BCB is now trading Volt on their website. So, it's crazy. Paulo Crypto. Hey, Bleeves, I've had a Bitcoin long for a while. It's at 30% ROI. Should I close it right now or not? You think we have more uptrend? Dude, listen, if you're satisfied with 30% right now, and you should be satisfied with 30% because anything could happen, I would close that long. I would take that profit, and then I would wait and I would look for a dip in order to move myself back into it. Don't pass up 30% when you get it, because you don't get it very often in a bear market until we've confirmed that bear market is over. And look, if you do it right now and it moves up a little bit, you know, you'll score another 30% later on. But I do think Bitcoin is headed to, if you want to know, I think it's headed to 25,400 at least. So I do think that it's got about 10% more to go. But is the 10% possibility the same as a risk of losing some of that 30%? And I don't think that it is. So if it were me, and by the way, just so you guys know, I put myself in a position here the other day on Ethereum, and I took mine out at 1640. And since then, it's just been trading sideways at 1640. So like I didn't call the exact top over here, but I got close enough to the top that I am real comfortable with what I did and what I made off of it. So like I'm not complaining at any point for not getting into that 1655 area. So you know, like that's 20 points. I basically called almost the top on it for right now. Now I'm just waiting for, I'm hoping that, see, this is a downward channel too, by the way. So if we can just get into this downward channel, if you look right here, one more time, then that's a 1570 or something like that with a pump up to 1634. I mean, that's $1,200 just like that. You know what I mean? So that's a good flip and a good play. And as you can see on Ethereum right now, it is going from the bottom of this channel to the top of this channel, and then from the top to the bottom, and then from the bottom to the top, and then from the top almost to the bottom, and then back up to the top, and then down to the bottom, and then up to the top. And does it come back down to the bottom? Because if it does, then it's going back up to the top again. Like that's just the way it looks right now. So, but anyway, yeah. So listen, I'm a big fan of the possibilities of this NGN. So if it plays out the way I think it's going to play out, and by the way, if you go to the website, which is nxt-gen-network.com, there is their Twitter over here, which is Next Gen Network _ in between. So, you know, look, I got a feeling, again, not that it's going to be this gigantic play. My feeling is that it's going to be this long-term thing where you're just earning money every day for, like, Jesus. It's, you know, like it's just something that they do a good job, and it's going to be just absolutely crazy. So that's what I think. What is up, Family Z? Send me their Telegram after the live, please. Okay, yeah, I'll send it over to you. David, let's get into this. When do you think the repeg is going to happen with USTC? March is what I think, but you know, I keep getting these inklings that it's going to happen sooner than you think, and you know, I keep getting probably these good messages from people who are talking about it, and I really think that once there's been, so in the Agora, there is a proposal right now. So let me go to, we're going to go to Twitter here, and we're going to do USTC repeg, and then I guess Agora. Should put that in too. All right, so there you go. Here's the Ziggurat proposal. So you have one of these, and like this is the most recent, by the way. This is the one we talked about this morning, and this gives you an idea of what's going on here. And then there's even a TLDR version down here at the bottom, so that you don't have to worry about it. But going through here, you're going to see there's all kinds of different ones right now. So there's all kinds of communication happening right here. So this is the soft peg, the repeg, the blah 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 blah, and then this is all of the ways that it does work and stuff like that. So this is the discussion being had about it, and this is the second discussion. So there's a lot. I mean, look, there's a lot going on here right now, and let's get out of that. And you can see that there is there's another one in here somewhere. USTC rewards tax. That's done. Active USD holders sequential compensation plan. Here's the first. There's the repeg Ziggurat discussion 1. There's a lot of different discussions in here about what is going to happen next. So I'm not really sure what date. I mean, there has to be governance, and there has to be some conversation about it, and then there has to be a vote. Like, you have to put up a consensus of what it is that we're going to do. And then everybody's going to have to look at it and decide if this is the right move and the right proposal. And over here on the governance, you can see the upgrade to 1.0.5 has already gone through. And then this is more scam happening, and they haven't figured out a way, I guess, to get rid of those. But we'll see how they come up with it over time. But and by the way, there is now a swap available. You can use the TFM web app, and that'll allow you to do some trading just in case you wanted to for any reason. So there is a swap enabled right now. So let's get in real quick to our tokens over here. We're going to skip a bunch of look, I think that Bitcoin's going to pump. We're going to see some moves. We're going to see some big moves again tomorrow. Everything is looking sort of good. So I'm not sure how it plays out long term, but we see a lot of green in the market. There's no reason for things to not be pumping right now. I think that people are a little bit weary. They're trying to set themselves into a good position overall. So, let's have a little patience and watch this market play out. I do think that we're headed in a very good direction. Now, that being said, we're going to move over here. Decanect is up 100% on the day, as you guys can see. And Decanect, by the way, just so you can see here, Decanect coin also has VoltiChange on the website. Now here, where the shit did it go? Oh, that's not me. There we go. So we got VoltiChange on the website over here, and you're able to trade whichever one that it is that you want through VoltiChange right here on the Decanect website, trading at 1183, up 8x from 3 days ago. So 7 days, 137%. So maybe it's not 8 days ago, maybe it's 14 or 16, 21 days ago. It's up 8x from where it was. I can tell you from experience and looking at my wallet, it's way, way up. But also Saitama, we just talked about Saitama, $120-something million market cap again. It's consolidating. I told you that it couldn't break past this, right? So it didn't break past that. Got a little bit of, it made a few shots at it, couldn't hold it, dropped back down to the support line, which again, we pegged the support lines on each one of these, and now it's on its way, making a slow ascent back up the chart to 3097. Will it punch through the next time? And the question is, can it do that? And if we go back over here and we look just back here a little bit, I don't think that it's going to bust through. And that's no disrespect to it. In fact, you guys know that I've been a supporter for a long time, right? But that's a lot of resistance right there. That's a lot of selling that's going to happen every time you hit 3,100 for at least a little while. So I do think that they have a nice little fight. If they can come up with some kind of just massive sort of announcement, then maybe you can fight through that. But otherwise, then you got your work cut out for you to get over 3,100 right now. And at some point, if you don't bust 3,100 and you don't show those people why they should continue to hodl, if you don't show them and give them a reason to continue to hodl, then the end result of this is back down here to this 1,800 level or maybe even lower. So just remember, what's going on with Saitama can easily correct to the downside if it doesn't find a way to break through resistance. RBIF is still just kind of sideways, 7 days down 2%, not really moving. Got that big high at that one point, and it just hasn't been able to maintain. WAGMI, again, just sideways trading, doesn't have any there's no impetus behind it. There's no pump. This is just, look, you could basically, the good part, 100% predictable. It's going to be in this channel right here. So if you're looking to move up and down and you're looking to make some trades, then the possibility exists. Then you just have to ask yourself, what are the tokenomics and where tokenomic? Oh shit, they don't even have it on their website right now. They're really focused on this. Oh, they're really focused on the game. All right, so God damn it. Where? All right, white paper. Here we go. All right, tokenomics. So it's a 5% buy and sell tax, 0% transfer tax. So 4% to the treasury, 5% to auto liquidity, and 5% to redistribution reflection. So That's what you're getting off of your WAGMI right now. So 5%. So if you think it's going to go up 10, 15%, it's not worth trading. Let's just put it that way. It's not worth trading right now, or swing trading anyway, because from 3,000 or 20 from 2,400 to 42, maybe 20%. So you're gonna be risking 20% to gain 10%. So not worth doing. Lily 6884. It is up significantly from that dump that it had, and it is showing a little bit of green on the outflow, on the inflows. So maybe there's a little bit of money coming back in, but you see here, it just kind of drooped. Then it drooped again, got down here in the 5s, immediately started to bounce off of that, put itself back up here to 68.84. Got a long way to go. Terra 33.55. I like the fact that Terra continues to pump just a little bit at a time, but that's not that, like, it's not significant at this point. You could say, and you can argue, that every day here has been a green day and that the money flows are still coming in, and that's fair enough. But I mean, that's not really, I mean, look, we look at it over this little area like this, and you can see it's pumping up stair steps, right? But people are nervous, and nobody knows what's going to happen on the 5th of February or the 6th or 7th of February. Is Milton going to cash out another 140 grand? And are we on the hook for his payroll at that point? And I know it's our payroll, but still, that's not what most people feel like they signed up for. So we'll see what happens there. MMAI basically trading sideways. BRL $2.15, $2.16. Volt just kind of trading in this channel here. Tomorrow there's a big announcement from Volt. Tune into Pablo's show and you'll see something happen. But let's also remember, I did have this little line here, and I said that we've really been kind of well, I guess we are. God damn, we're moving on this line right now. So let's just say that might be a portent of things to come. We might have a nice little run in store because we are seeming to hold this little upward trajectory right now. So maybe we'll see something positive happening over the next little while. Again, with everything for me, almost it's just long-term holds. So I'm not worried about short-term influence or short-term action unless we can get a nice big spike out of it. Like, look, if you 4x'd Volt today, would you just keep holding on? Most people would probably cash out, take their profits, and wait for a dip because that there's a dip that's gonna be coming. So maybe that's the path, or that's the plot that you want to take. It's just not what I would do. You know what I mean? Like I agreed with them to hold on to it and just hodl and use it like the apple tree. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you do what you got to do. Bone $1.38. I did say, by the way, that Bone is not in a buy zone right now. Bone, do not buy Bone at this level. Buy it at 131 or 119 if you're in the market for it. But this right here is going to get you wrecked because it's going to come down a little bit. And if it pumps back up, oh well, you missed out. It just wasn't for you. Just hold on to what you've already got and be happy that you got that. Kudo is down a little bit. It started to pump back up, then went a little bit sideways over the last few hours. So, but the money flow seems to be coming back into the positive. So we'll see over the next couple of days if maybe the money flow doesn't start to move upwards and we see some nice pump out of it. Hulk, talk to the Hulk people today, as a matter of fact, and I think they think that they've got a partnership and an agreement in place or something overseas, and probably going to see another big pump coming out of them. BCB 77.47 on the 7-day, up 196%. And look at this over here; it's back on another pump. The money flow is back in the green, so BCB might be going after it. And Kabosu, I don't know if this is the end of Kabosu. I don't think so because the volume here is still 126K. Now, their tax is only 1% buy and 1% sell, so it's not that much. Like it's, I mean, every day it's okay, but like it's not gonna do much, right? So that's why you've got this long extended money outflow that's happening right now, and it looks like you might be getting into some money coming back in, and I don't know yet. This one's tough. It's a cute token. There's a good group of people that seem to be involved in it, not just the developers, but the investors and stuff like that. But that only lasts for so long before people start to get edgy, they start to get nervous, and they start to just say, you know what, I'm just going to move on. And so we'll see what Kabosu does. This is going to be a testimony of how dedicated they are over the next little while. So that is it right there. Woo! All right. So how are we now? Let's get into the chat one more time to close this thing out. If I do the exchange on my Coinbase wallet, it's like $15. Ugh. BCB, look at it, please. Yeah, absolutely. Do I think it's all possible that Lunk will break through 2 zeros? No, not in. I mean, dude, David, you ask me this every day, and I don't really have a great answer for you in that regard. Like, it would take a miracle at this point, just because mathematically it's not possible for it to break through the level that you want it to break through, or that you're asking about it breaking through right now. So I don't have like this great answer that's going to be positive and it's going to be yes for you, because 2 zeros, that requires at this point about a 70x, right? Well, what is it? It's at 18. So it would require like an 80x. So to get an 80x out of it, that would be 80 times. That would make it an $80 billion market cap, or it would be a $40 billion market cap if it burned half of the tokens. So that's how far it's got to go. Now, burning the tokens could be something that was done very quickly through that repeg mechanism or something like that, or through, like, they're going to be creative about how they burn tokens, and they're looking to burn them as quickly as possible. But, you know, we still have to consider, and we still have to make accommodations for the fact that it might take them a little bit to do it. So, you know, bear with me. I just don't have that sort of, I just don't have, there's nothing magical that's going to make it happen. You know what I mean? So I'm just, you know, here's the thing. If you're up, then if you're up, sell what you need in order to do what you got to do. And then you just have to have some patience. I mean, that's about the best I can say. And I hope your life gets better. I hope everything gets better for you, man. And yes, this right here, Lunk will make me a lot of money so I can help other people who have cancer. That's absolutely, hey man, that's the most noble thing that I've heard in a long time. And I appreciate you for saying that. Have a little patience, have a little faith in this team. Really, they did say that the repeg was going to come in March to begin with. So if they're on track, and if they are legit in what they're doing and saying, then, you know, that's when we're going to start to see it. But you have to remember, from September of 2020 to April of 2021, in that 18-month window, they burned 70% of all Luna originally. Because remember, when they pegged it to the US, when they pegged it to Terra, there were 1 billion tokens, and by the time it canceled, there were 344 million left, which is why that's why they were so expensive, in fact, because there were only 344 million tokens left. That's a 65% burn rate over 18 months. Now, these guys are looking to do that a lot faster, and they're looking to maneuver those burn rates in order to facilitate quicker burns as this grows and as this ecosystem gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we probably see something that looks like big burns coming at some point soon, but we got to get there, and we got to get the proposal in place. We got to get the plan in place. Then we got to get them repegged, and we got to start to see the burns. We're going to have to go through, the whole process of seeing it play out. So just have a little faith, have a little patience. And I feel like that patience and that faith is going to end up being rewarded. Anyway, that's 9 o'clock, guys. So that's my time. It's not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I'm always right. You guys be very careful when you're trading tonight. Don't leave any money on the table. Make sure that you take your profits. Remember, this is still a bear market, and you're still on the hook to get wrecked. There are a couple tokens out there that I'm going to hold long term. Among those are Volt. I'm holding on to Decanect for a long term. By the way, I think Decanect's going to be $1, anywhere from $1 to $5. Just like BRL, it's going to be $10 to $30. I do think that a lot of these tokens have that sort of potential. NGN, the network, I'm going to be deep in that on Friday when it launches, because I do think that's a long-term hodl, and I do think that's a long-term opportunity. I'm actually, even though you're talking about Wolverine, I'm on Hulk right now, and I'm still holding a big bag of Hulk. waiting for that because, I think that baseball is real committed to that long term, and Wolverine is committed to that long term. So I'm going to be holding on to Hulk for a long period of time. I'm also holding on to Terrarium because I do believe that project is going to go a long way. I'm holding on to WAGMI because I do think that one is going to go a long way. What else do we have here? What other crazy stuff do I have here? I'll tell you what I've got. I got Decanect, Volt, which we already said, Terrarium, Hulk, WAGMI. I got Lily. I got MetaMonkey AI. I've got Kudo. I've got Robo Inu. I've got Shiba Inu. And you see Shiba Inu's down that list a little bit because I've only got 30 million of it. And then I've got Bull Run, and I've got 3,600 Bull Runs. I got a lot of Bull Run. I've got D-Poker. And by the way, somebody just gave me D-Poker the other day, and it's only worth like $80, but I appreciate whoever it was that sent it over to me. I've got Phantom still, and that's going to be a relaunch at some point. Then I've got Project Phoenix still, and I've got Shibnobi, and I've got Okami. And I've got Meditate. Meditate is that one where they've got an app that you can download off of the app stores where you can meditate for crypto. So that's it. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. We'll talk to you guys again soon, and we will see you for breakfast in the morning.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world. I want to be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.